So the slide part, challenging part of the slide is figuring out how much pressure to put on the string. And each string is a little different. So you got your 3 lower strings on electric guitar. Acoustic guitar, you'd have one more. Your 3rd string would be wound typically. So those are a little bit hard to slide on. So you definitely have to. So with the first 3 strings, smaller strings, I don't really think about it, and it's basically it's a muscle thing. So my fingers kind of after repetition, they get used to sliding, and depending on what string it is, it's kind of just happens. I don't think about it. I don't think about it. I got this one's bigger string. I got a slide. You know, it just kind of. I'm just going by ear, so I don't know how else to explain it. But anyhow, the best thing to do is just do a lot of sliding. You could do that pentatonic pattern, and you know. You can always go back and watch this video, and you'll see. You can slow it down if you want, but you can see what I'm doing there. And then basically, really, you got to listen to yourself, be able to hear if you're doing it right or not. The idea is just try to sound, you know, if you're playing somebody's solo, then try to sound just like what they're doing in their solo. And that's how we all learn. We learn from other people's recordings and kind of borrowing, stealing, whatever you want to call it. And that's how we learn. So it's pattern 3, and it's going. So it doesn't say anywhere to slide from. Mine just kind of basically if you're playing using a metronome or got a downbeat on. Let's see, let me get my metronome app. Got the metronome app tempo, the freebie version. This works great. And let's put it on quarter notes and 60, 2, 3, 4. And then backwards, going like this. 3, 4. So that was that first line there. And let's go to the second line. So second line is this with the metronome. 2, 3, 4. So I swung a little bit, so instead of going just straight eighths notes like this, I do a little 8th note triplet in there. So I could do that with the metronome. So let me try that going backwards with it. 2, 3, 4. So that's what the triplet, and that looks like this if you are wondering. It's down the bottom here, and that's the triplet setting. So anyways, most of the blues stuff I would do has that kind of blues sound. So anyways, let me do that second row. If you got the PDF, you can check that out. So it goes like this. And backwards. Let's do the backwards. 2, 3, 4. And let me do it without the triplet. 2, 3, 4. So that's the straight version of without the swing rhythm. So you want to be able to play both is nice. So sometimes that can be a little challenging to get that triplet feel to it. So, but it does make it feel more musical as opposed to just playing eighth notes. So kind of depends on the style of music you're doing too. So if you're playing rock, could be just straight eighth notes, or you're kind of doing bluesier stuff, funky stuff. Still could be funky rock, and you'd still do the swing eighths. So, all right. So let me go over the third line. Straight, 3, 4. Alright, I'm going to do the next one, measure 10, 4. Again. And then let's do measure 11. Again. And the last one, 12. 3, 4. Do that one more time. I got the pick directions on these too, so and I think it's important. A really expensive lesson I learned was in college. Professor talked about, yeah, you should pick down on the downbeat and up on the upbeat. I was like, that makes sense. Let's do that. So that's what I did here with the PDF. So anyhow, and let's do those again with the triplet feel. So 3, 4. One more time. All right, and you could always go back. I know it's kind of fast. You can always go back and watch it and slow down. So, measure 10. Let me do that one. 2. One more. And now measure 11. 2, 3, 4. Again. Alright, those are at 60, and the last one measured 12. 2, 3, 4. One more time. A little cleaner this time. Alright, so we just knocked out the first 3 lines.